You don't get to pick your draw, but I bet you in the heart of hearts, if you asked Novak, would you rather play Alcaraz than Sinner? He would take Alcaraz all day long.
He wants to take your best punch, know he can handle it. He just rips your heart out. It's like he wants to beat your mom too, right?
Alcaraz. I've played Novak here. I know how hard he is to beat, and for Alcaraz to do it, was a teenager still at the time, to do it was incredible.
The men's tour enters 2026 with the first true sustained generational battle since the end of the Big Three era. With Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal retired and Novak Djokovic still competing at an elite level, the duopoly of Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz has dominated headlines. The 2025 season saw these two youngsters clinch all 4 Grand Slam titles between them, a level of dominance rarely seen in the Open era. But beyond the headlines, there is nuance and narrative. Questions of durability. The Spaniard closed 2025 with multiple major trophies and a scintillating season that saw him reclaim the world #1 ranking. He also possesses the rare combination of power, creativity, and athleticism that makes him nearly matchless when fully fit. In many players' eyes, including fellow pros, Alcaraz is practically unbeatable when all cylinders are firing.
The dude is so fast twitch. In tennis, power and control comes from time spent on racket with the ball. I don't care how you swing. If you swing like Nadal, if you swing through, you can keep that ball on the racket a split second longer. We're talking about nuances. You got more power, you got more control, and you got more deception. So you're talking about a guy who's crazy athletic. The issue I had with taking it back like Novak or taking it back like Alcaraz, my hands were so tied to my feet that once I got in that position, I felt like my feet stopped. And I needed every bit of action with my feet. These guys don't need it. I mean, they're so damn fast. So just getting him to simplify, his feet are still going, but I think it brought down a little bit of his blood pressure and allows him to kind of hit the ball more, let's say, consistently with a spray chart that you just don't feel like he's going to all of a sudden miss one by a mile.
After a successful 2025, all eyes are on Alcaraz for 2026. He'll likely enter the season hungry to complete a career Grand Slam, especially at the Australian Open, the only major missing from his resume. At age 38, Djokovic reached all 4 Grand Slam semifinals in 2025, a feat in itself, even though he didn't break through to claim another major title. He remains a top-level competitor, but the sheer youth and energy of Sinner and Alcaraz make the path to trophies tougher than ever. He may not have the same sprint speed or explosive power of his younger rivals, but his tennis IQ and tactical mastery remain elite. The conversation around Djokovic's 2026 is not so much about if he can win a Grand Slam, it's about how. Djokovic himself has acknowledged the difficulty of overcoming Sinner and Alcaraz in best-of-5 conditions at majors. He has also talked about using the offseason to rebuild and strengthen his body to withstand the demands of the season. Djokovic isn't a favorite anymore, at least not in the way he was a decade ago, but he remains a threat, especially in best-of-3 matches and conditions where experience pays dividends.
Novak's deal when he gets on the tennis court has always been a fascinating thing to me. He's like a boxer that wants to feel the leather on his face. He wants to take your best punch and know he can handle it. So he gets out there and he lets you throw blows at him and he fights it off. Then he gets a little irritated and then he goes into his hyper sonic defense mode and he takes that kind of pounding and resists it and scoreline is close and then he gets a little pissed off at that. Yeah. And then he goes, no, now I'm going to bring in a little offense. Then he sprinkles in the offense and the opponent says to themselves, wait a second, I was on offense. I went from hitting some winners to having to hit 5 winners to win a point to hitting no winners. Now this guy's on offense. How the hell am I supposed to win this tennis match? He just rips your heart out. It's like he wants to beat your mom too, right? It's like
The whole family.
like the whole family in one go. I mean, bet against Novak at your own peril. But if he just goes out there to lock down till he gets comfortable, he's going to be facing somebody that can throw blows. It's going to be like somebody rope-a-doping Mike Tyson in his prime.
This arguably defines the modern era. Their matches have been epic, unpredictable, and totally crowd-pleasing. Sinner's consistency often clashes with Alcaraz's flair and unpredictability. Both have traded #1 and dominate almost every big event, a rare modern duopoly that other players struggle to breach. Their recent meetings show a shift in power. The younger Sinner has pulled ahead in head-to-head matchups against Djokovic, signaling that the generational transition may finally be complete. Alcaraz's explosive game style presents unique challenges for Djokovic. While Djokovic's experience can neutralize raw power, Alcaraz's unpredictability and speed give him the edge in many head-to-heads. There's a growing consensus that Sinner and Alcaraz will split, or even sweep, the majors in 2026. Some simulations have indicated that if both stay healthy, it's very likely the two of them will take most major honors. Everyone says it's a new era now, but when you walk into the locker room and see Novak Djokovic on the schedule, it doesn't feel like the past at all. It feels very real. There's a quiet understanding among players on tour in 2026. Rankings may change, momentum may shift, but when the draw comes out, eyes still search for the same three names. And there is Sinner. His movement is efficient, almost economical. No wasted steps, no exaggerated gestures. He arrives early to the ball and leaves just enough time for the next one. Point by point, he narrows the court until space becomes a memory. Against him, players don't lose confidence suddenly. They lose it gradually, one neutral rally at a time.
You don't get to pick your draw, but I bet you in the heart of hearts, if you asked Novak, would you rather play Alcaraz than Sinner? He would take Alcaraz all day long because of the variance, because Alcaraz can kind of ride the wave up and down. And
Sinner is.
And he did that in Australia in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Novak got hurt
And injured.
badly. And he was able to still work his way through that match.
Totally agree, but not only even additionally to that, Alcaraz hits a ball that's always coming up, which gives Novak the chance to play downhill and get more aggressive. That's not happening against Sinner. I mean, there's no breathing. You don't know if he's left-handed or right-handed when he's throwing blows off either wings.
Sinner is an offense-first guy, right? I think about it that Novak's sort of default mode is lockdown mode, and it's knockdown mode for Sinner. He wants to knock you down with the first chance that he can get. He's going to throw punches. Now, he's been having his way with Novak that in their last 5 matches, Sinner's won 4 of those. But I think Novak has to play an offense-first kind of match because for so many years, we just didn't see Novak or Roger or Rafa, for that matter, play bad matches and beat themselves.
Djokovic mastered the game by removing uncertainty. He closed doors, erased weaknesses, and turned pressure into a weapon. His greatness came from control, of rallies, of moments, of opponents. But now, new kids are in town, and one legend thinks it's their time now. Watching Alcaraz, Federer doesn't see patterns being enforced. He sees patterns being broken. He sees a player willing to choose imagination over safety, creativity over inevitability, and somehow succeed at the highest level.
New generation. You have Alcaraz and Sinner. You still have Novak. He's looking to get number 8, maybe number 25, and a lot of other people in between.
Alcaraz at the French was fantastic. His win here last year was fantastic. I mean, it was incredible against Novak in that 5-setter. I mean, I've played Novak here. I know how hard he is to beat, and for Alcaraz to do it, was he a teenager still at the time, to do it was incredible. Then Sinner, I mean, how his progression has been the last couple of years, I like it a lot. So I see that continuing, which is going to mean that both are going to meet each other, hopefully, so many times. It's going to be a great rivalry.
Is that how quick the next generation comes up on you?
I mean, our generation, I feel like it always comes in like 5 years. You know, so every 5 years you get another wave of players coming through.
The debate is far from over. Let us know what you think. Who defines this era of tennis?